everybody, welcome to Farmhouse Fabrics. We've got Regina here, Regena Karasch,
the Machina,
Regina the Machina, and Sally, and all of our live audience. All right, clap, you guys.
Clap, come on. They're doing okay.
Yeah. So as you can see, the bird is back. That means we've got some. The bird signifies we have some really
sale.
Yeah.
Awesome
Yes. Sale, right?
Yes.
And Regina brought some amazing
dresses.
Yeah.
Dolly dresses.
And a whole slew of them.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
you.
9 dresses that she has made that are amazing. And then we're going to show you some new Italian fabrics that have come in. And some new kits that we have.
Some new pattern.
Yeah.
Pattern there.
Yeah. We're going to talk about this classic yoke, a classic couture for children by Bond. So we got a lot of great stuff for you today. But before I let Regina share all this beautiful Dolly stuff, we're going to talk about what the bird has.
That's right. What the bird had. What the bird flew in with.
Yeah, what the bird fly in with.
Yeah, well, this beautiful fabric. Look at this. It's so drapey and so pretty.
So these are, we have limited quantities of these, but they are linen and, let's see, this is rayon and linen. This one is rayon and linen, and this, I think they're all, no, this bottom one is polyester with a linen look. All of them have a linen look, but they have such drape to them. And
yeah, this would be beautiful in pants or a top, you know, like really pretty.
It's very comfortable and pretty.
Very soft.
But why is the bird here?
Well, that's because they're marked down.
The price is down from like $19.99 and $21.99 to $5.99. $5.99.
This is a good deal.
Has been putting them on the website today, and so they should be on new items. And they're cute. They're really cute.
And it's really hard to get Sally to put this on sale, so you better get it while you can.
That's true. Because look at this pretty pink background.
This one's really pretty.
This is sweet. Has sweet pink background. Yep. Ever since I made those, are they called Tulum or Tulum? Tulum pants by Styla. Little Lizard King. I'm so I don't want to get in trouble. I know I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, Michelle looked like the deer in the headlights. I don't know.
Anyway,
look at this.
You know, we ask, do you think Sally will ever wear the pants? And a lot of you said no. But I want you to know, I bet I've worn them twice a week ever since I made them. I wear them, I wash them, I hang them to dry, and I wear them again.
See, she needs to make some out of this,
you know, but I'm not sure big old flowers on my big old wide hips are going to
attract the butterflies.
But Michelle has a pair of pants on today. She didn't make, but I thought if I had that striped fabric, no, that would be cute as pants. Very cute. So anyway, when you see the bird, you know it's really going to be a good deal.
It's linen cotton.
What?
I think this is.
Oh, yours are linen cotton. She purchased hers,
but
but
you had some like that linen, sort of like that.
Well, you know what? We used to have some, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it had yellow and blue in it.
Is it gone now? I bet it's sold because it's so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's gone.
Yeah. But this new fabric is what's really pretty.
So we've gone then from this summer to
winter.
Yeah.
Because some people.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Linen is yellow, blue, sunset, orange, pink, and white.
That's right.
2A.
Linen 2A, linen 2A.
Linen 2A.
Linen 2A. I bet there'll be a link. But that would make a great pair of pants.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Okay. Now would you, I mean, this is a corduroy.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it feel more like a chenille?
It does. It doesn't feel like corduroy at all.
So if you follow us all on social media at all, we showed a truck that came in this week.
Yes.
Yeah. What the guy had.
It was loaded.
He had 2 pallets.
Yeah.
And he said when he came, he had never been here before. And he said,
"Surprise!
do you have a forklift?" And he's in there, and all of us women working. I'm like, we don't need a forklift. Look, we're like strong women here. We can handle this.
Yeah.
He was a little bit like,
that is so funny.
I don't know. Anyway, he did have 2 pallets of fabrics, and So he just said, just like slide it down off the truck, and
Yeah,
then
just
you know,
roll it off and let
and
us
we
get
roll
it
it,
in.
and
You
then,
know?
yeah. So it worked out great.
It's heavy. Those boxes are heavy.
Man, when we get our Italian fabrics in, I wonder if you can see. We'll go to the overhead. The overhead is for Facebook and YouTube. Instagram, I'm sorry, I can't show you, but this is a kind of a muted plaid. They can see it, can't they?
Mhm.
Yeah. A muted plaid, almost with a tweed look. But it is so
And it's a little mix between
soft.
brown and black and
Yeah,
white.
it
And
is.
it's so pretty gray.
Man,
It'd make a really cute jumper for winter with a little white blouse under it.
it would. So you're thinking kids.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it could be a jacket.
it could. Yeah,
Could be
skirt.
a skirt.
a skirt would be pretty.
And we have these are pieces. There are several pieces. This happens to be a 1 yard, but it's a little more than a yard.
Mhm.
But and pretty wide. So you can go back
Yeah.
to. So let's see
Okay.
how wide it is. They're beautiful, and so there are lots of solid corduroys too that Christy's been putting on. This is, well, 58 inches wide. This has no stretch.
No, it's
Some some of them have
Yeah.
a little bit of stretch,
Hmm.
and the colors are beautiful. They're beautiful, but these are all from Italy, and I think every piece of velvet that came in has sold in a day.
Oh my gosh.
I wish you could have seen it.
Me too.
It was beautiful, Regina.
Oh,
Regina. would have
everybody's
been
doing
set some
winter
aside.
sewing, so
Yeah. This, oh, you can see it straight on here, and that's pretty. This is pretty. Very, very cute.
it'll be interesting now and fun to see all those velvet dresses and things that are going to be made out of that velvet.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah,
about that.
It'll be like,
You're right
please
about
post
that.
those pictures because it gives everybody else inspiration and ideas, you know.
So, Regina, pull that little
No,
piece
this
of,
piece of-
because I
yeah.
want you to tell them what your guild is doing. And also tell them, Regina has a Facebook page, and I want you to tell them about your Facebook page.
It's called Come Sew With Me,
Mhm.
and it's for anybody to share anything, any pattern, fabric, notions, whatever you have, you can share it, and we don't select one pattern or anything like that. And it's just a really fun page.
But you
and
can only share your outfit if it came from Farmhouse. Not true.
No, not true. It's
Not true.
anybody's fabric,
Just
anything.
kidding.
But we
Yeah.
do promote Farmhouse. I do, and
She even let me in. So
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle. All right.
yeah, and it's just no selling. You can't sell anything that you make or anything like that. But you can show everything, and we love it. I love to see what everybody makes because then I get inspiration, and I
Yeah.
might not be making the same thing that you're making, but I might use something from that garment or something in something else. You know,
And
you can
I
mix it
feel
all
like
up.
you make it an encouraging and an unscary way to share, a format that you can share and not be afraid of.
Oh
what-
no, because
you're
it
not
doesn't
gonna-
matter.
you're
Not
gonna be
one
nice
person's
to
going to
each other.
sew.
Yeah, you're going
you
to be
know,
nice to each other there.
There's master sewers and there's beginners, you know, and wannabes, and that's okay because you got to start somewhere. And so I just encourage everybody to sew and make whatever it is and share it with us, you know. And it may not even be something you sew. It might be a craft that you made, you know, because
Oh,
you know, I dip
you're
into
crafty,
everything.
I know. You're
If
crafty.
there's something new that comes out, and especially if it has something to do with fabric, I'm doing it, you know. And so that's what my Facebook page is about. But this project, go ahead.
You also have a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel under
So
the
what's
same.
on there?
It's all the tips and techniques of how to do things. And I if somebody asks me how to do something, I'll make a small video and post it on there so you can see it. And they're not long. I get really bored personally watching somebody who's dragging out how to do something. I'm kind of stick straight to the point. This is how I do it.
Yeah.
And I show you and take it away. You know, hope that you can do it. And it's been very successful, I think, and you know, very exciting to me because
Yeah.
people want to know how to do something.
I like that.
And
too. I
usually
like
if they
that
want
a
to know
lot.
it in the morning, I can have it done by the afternoon sometimes, you know, because I just think, oh, okay, I can go up and do that. It's just sometimes my editor is not on the same page as me because she doesn't want to do it.
That's
She's
her
15. And a 15-year-old doesn't always cooperate with me. So some days it might be a little bit later than that, but
Yeah.
usually I
One
can.
of your members is on here.
Yeah.
Jeanette George. She
Oh.
said, I like Come Sew With Me. I've shared items I've made, and I'm working on more baby sandals.
Awesome. Oh, I know those
Good.
baby sandals are precious. I love them.
And she didn't know about your other site. She said, what is it called again? The YouTube
The YouTube
channel?
Yeah,
channel.
it's a Come Sew With Me. Yeah, it's
So
the
you
same
just
thing.
go to YouTube,
Yeah.
and I know Emma will have a
Mhm.
link to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her little baby sandals. I love making baby sandals. I love making anything baby. I just they're so sweet and so cute little things. And you know, the bigger they get, they're not like so excited anymore. So it's like, okay, I excite myself. I make baby things just to look at. You know, I do.
Yeah.
I have them on mannequins in my sewing room, and you know, I change them out, and it's like, oh, look at that, how cute, you know. And
But
I don't have any
Regina
babies.
came to us, and she was talking about a project that the local Smocking Guild is working on, and the name of the Smocking Guild is
the Central Savannah River Stitchers.
Yes, we're right here. We're in South Carolina. Augusta, Georgia is like 5 miles away, and we're called the Central Savannah River Area. And so this group includes people from South Carolina and Georgia.
And Georgia.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with Savannah, Georgia. Because
Right.
I've gotten some lady contacted me and said, you know, she was moving to Savannah and all this. And I'm like, well, you're a little far out for me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we love to, you know, contact me if you're in the area, you're coming through the area and you want to visit.
And they have a very active group. And
Yes,
so,
we have grown. We got 2 new members on Friday. So
Good.
we're thrilled about that. We're up to about 18 now, or 19. And that is awesome. And one of the projects that our main focus is the We Care project, which is supplies NICU units at hospitals, the local hospitals, with bereavement gowns and bereavement items. And sometimes we're asked to do something else. Like at one time, they needed little pillow cases for to cover little gel packs that they lay the baby's heads on. So, you know, one day we whipped out 150 of those.
Oh
So we
my
kind of
goodness,
supplied them with
Regina.
those. I mean, they were super simple, easy to
Right.
make. And with the group, you can do it, you know. And so our liaison at the hospital said that they, which is really sad, but they have an influx of drug babies born with drug addiction. And these babies get really hot and they get really agitated really quickly. And we've made lots of blankets for them out of flannel, but she said those are too hot. They can't lay them on them or put them in them because they get way too hot. So she asked if we could make something out of double gauze. So that's when I came to Sally and asked about it, and she was so kind. And we're so thankful to have Sally that she got this in for us, and so we could purchase this double gauze. And it's not the real fat, fluffy stuff. It's a thinner weight, and I think it's going to be beautiful, made into little blankets. And this will keep them cool. You know, they just put them in the little isolette thing that they lay on, and that way they're not hot.
So Regina picked out a pink and white stripe, a blue and white stripe, pink and white polka dot, blue and white polka dot. And when it came, you know, that's what I thought. Well, I felt it comes from Robert Kaufman. And I thought, oh, it's not poofy like I'm expecting it to be, but also it's not going to shred or anything.
No,
you know, it's
I
pretty
tell you
firm.
what, I was
so-
really nervous about it because
I wasn't
I've
sure
sewn
either,
with the double
Regina.
gauze, and I hated it.
Well, see, that's
because
why
it was-
I haven't carried very much
It was
of
like
But I like this.
my thought when I was
Yeah.
trying to sew it was shredded wheat.
Oh,
You know, when you
yeah.
start beating up shredded wheat, it falls all apart. Well, that's
Yeah.
what that stuff was doing. And so I thought, well, okay, we're only making blankets, and I can serge around these blankets. But this is beautiful. I mean, if you need double gauze, this is the quality here. I would say get, because
Yeah, I just hand washed this in our sink
Yes.
here at the shop, and then hung it, like towel dried, and hung it to dry. I didn't iron it
and
or
this
anything.
is so nice. And these little
And it-
blankets are only like 19 by 25.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just little rectangle blankets, and we're going to just
So
serge
really you
around,
can
turn
get
it under,
2
stitch it down with a fancy stitch, and they're done.
You almost can get 4 out of a yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get, well, maybe not 4 out of a yard. What did we figure 4 out of a
Yeah,
yard?
I think
in
we
a
did figure 4.
quarter or something like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's they're not very big, and so they'll be easy and fast, and we can make these probably in 2 days. We can
Well,
make all that
I-
we need.
I mean, I never realized that they would need things like that too.
I didn't either. I mean, that was something new to us. And I mean, we have made little pouches before, like the little bags for the gel packs, but we've also made little pouches that they put on the end of the crib thing to put their little first things in, like their little
Oh.
bracelet or their pacifier or a diaper. They put that to give it to the parents to take home, you know. And so we've made quite a few different items, and we make all the gowns and bonnets and blanket ensembles, you know, for them.
The National Smocking Guild has a We Care program.
That's the main focus of the program.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so every year they have a they have a convention, which is coming up in October, right?
In Charleston,
And,
South
yeah,
Carolina. We're so excited about this.
And I don't know how many do they normally come with. I mean, I know the guilds, all the different guilds from around the United States.
Right.
Come
Well, I
and
think
they
they've
bring,
already had over 250 register for this year.
Good.
Yeah. So we have.
But then each guild makes they
Oh,
make
we
it
all
different.
everybody
Everybody
makes.
makes
No,
a
I mean
We-
there's
We Care.
250 people registered for
Yeah.
the convention, and so each chapter then makes gowns and bonnets and blankets and.
And do they
whatever.
bring them all with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they bring them and they put them into a pile, and then the national organization keeps those. And if they're contacted by hospitals all over the U.S., then they pass them out. You know. And so if you're in a chapter and your chapter doesn't have any and you need some, you contact the National
that's good to
Saga
know.
group and they'll give you some. Because we supply to 2 hospitals right now, but we're looking into other hospitals because, you know, we can make them faster than they can use them.
Well, in Augusta,
Which is great,
we have
in
a
a way.
children's hospital that I know you
Yeah,
probably
that's the
give
one
it to
yeah.
them, don't you?
We do
Yeah.
it to the Children's Hospital and then the University Hospital. And so we're going to look into Aiken Regional Hospital and a couple others and see what we can do for them. But each NICU has different needs because like the Children's Hospital has children that come from all over the state there. And so they've already been in a NICU before they get there, you know.
Right.
So we supply different items to them, and then the university hospitals where all the babies are born, and that's where they start out in the NICU, you know, or else the bereavement babies, and so that's what they use those gowns for.
I'm just curious, Regina. Can people donate fabric or money for
Oh,
the supplies
sure.
for y'all to make those
Yes.
items?
Yes, they can, and we purchase. We have a kitty set aside just for the We Care projects that money goes into, and so we divide up when we do our doll raffle. Like we've decided now to do it every other year, but before we did it, and we decided to put part of that money in for teaching and part of it for the We Care.
I thought so. So, I'm just going to interrupt it right now to
Sure.
I asked Regina, hey, when is your doll raffle? And she said, we're not going to do it until next year. So we posted a picture of, you know, I tend to get things and then put them up somewhere for a long time. And so this doll, this American Girl doll right here, this is all nice and cleaned off, but this had like an inch thick dust on it because it was up on a top shelf. And we pulled it down and we showed it and we were talking about giving it to the grandkids, but I have other dolls I can give to the grandkids. I think that I'd like to, for Farmhouse Fabrics to donate this to the local guild for next year, and that could be part of their
for
raffle.
our drawing. Yeah, and in December we'd raffle off the.
So the question was, and some of you answered it, how long do you think she's been sitting up on the shelf? But my invoice was still inside here, and I bought her in 2010.
Yep.
So she hadn't ever been out of the box since
And
2010.
she hasn't aged a day in her life.
She's a beauty. She's so pretty. No, she hasn't. She still looks good.
Yeah, she's in great shape.
Yeah. So anyway, this will be part of next year's doll raffle
Yeah.
with the clothes, and
It'll be in 2024.
yeah, can you believe
I
it?
know, that's hard to
hope we're all
imagine. It's
here.
like,
Right? I hope we're all
yeah,
here.
me too. That's kind of scary thoughts when those numbers keep getting bigger and bigger every year.
That's right. Well,
You want to talk about that kit before we go
yeah,
to this?
let's do that because actually, since we're talking
Get
about babies, I
Michelle,
really
yeah.
want Michelle to come up and show. Michelle has made she's made the Jordan in a knit, and so I'm gonna let you
Good.
peek. Whoops, I'm backing into
And
something
it's
here.
actually one of our kits that we did. I liked it so much. Called Forest Friends. I decided to make one because
Clearly
I'm going
over
to a baby shower and they're not
You wanna lay
finding
down
out.
here then?
Oh yeah, do it this way.
It is so sweet.
Don't
You
look
can-
at the crotch. I haven't done that yet.
Talk about anything that's
I used the Seraflex thread because I wanted to do straight stitches. I don't love to do the lightning bolt or the zigzag, and I liked it a lot, and it's very soft and cute.
It's so sweet.
That's a 3-month.
I just love little baby things,
So
like I
tiny and
said. And it's so
Mhm.
tiny, and you can just imagine those little sweet things in that.
And I might make a little.
And she doesn't know what the baby is, so it could. We told her to put a green bow in there because it has
Yeah.
green in it. And if it's a girl, they can have a green bow, and if not, they can keep the bow to the next one.
That's right.
Put a boy in it.
So this is Forest Friends kit right there, and then we also have one more girlish, Doe a Deer.
And this is the
Cute
most
ears.
precious fabric,
Yeah.
and it's so soft.
So yeah, and it's not too bad, not too hard. I can do it, so you can.
Hey, why don't you show them this kit you just built?
Oh, and
while you're
then
here.
well, I'm in the process of getting it online, but we have another one, classic yoke, classic couture. How do you say that? For children by Von Pierce,
Let's
and
turn the pattern around this way.
and then we have it in this pretty floral. Isn't that from Spain?
Regina, you're a pro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting this down now, girl. I'm learning.
So we just got to get the product online. I've got the digital design
Turn it
done
around so they
for
can
it.
see that one on here too. See all that beautiful Oh, it's so
Mhm.
pretty.
All the pretty floss that Ariel picks out to
Mhm.
go coordinate with them. So it's going to be beautiful. So most of it's, well, you got to do the smocking, but
It's all
Got
there for you.
pleating
You don't,
ready
have,
for-
you don't
ready
have
for
to
you
make
to
any
go.
decisions. So for all of you ladies who don't like making decisions and take forever, because you say that's the thing that just takes you the longest is picking fabric.
we've
and
done
the
that
thread.
for you.
It's all here.
So
Yep.
just get on it. Get your
Hey,
kit.
while Michelle is right here, one of my granddaughters, Lila, has been asking for a knit top with a woven sleeve. And when she came in today, I'm like, that's what Lila's
That's the
been asking
one.
for.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't
So,
that
yeah.
cute? Now this has a knit band, which I think is kind of neat because
I think it is too.
that would be really simple.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty. And Lila has selected some prints to go with, like hot pink. And we just got the solid knits in yesterday. But then she really wants a bodysuit, so I'm gonna have to find that pattern. It's like, oh.
There's one. I'll think of it and tell
Okay.
you because I just looked at it yesterday.
But I wanted to show you with Michelle
Yeah.
because how easy would this be to put a regular woven sleeve in here?
Yeah, that's
a
really
knit top.
pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know she didn't make it, but you
No,
could
I did
definitely
not.
make it.
But you
I know you'll
could.
ask. You'll probably ask.
But she could make it if
Yeah,
she had a
could
t-shirt
make it.
pattern. She
That's
could make
right.
it,
That's right.
Yeah, maybe.
and there's a lot of them out there too.
You could.
All right, so get your kits and get your fabrics and get to sewing.
That's right.
Yeah, that's in all the free time everybody has is all that sewing.
We'll
Were you-
talk about free time. We'll start putting up the wardrobe here. Regina has been really.
I was
really,
totally inspired, and I'll tell you why. I was out here one day, and Sally had all this. This is, tell me again, the organza?
The organdy.
Organdy.
Swiss organdy.
I always get these confused, but it's a Swiss organdy, and she had all these most fabulous colors back here. And I thought, I wonder what I could do with this. And so then I thought, I know what I want to do with this. I want to make these dresses. And so I got some of each color and took them home. And then I thought, okay, well, I can't just have all of those the same. So I added a few others in here, and I'll tell you about them as I go. But these patterns are from the Hello Dolly collection from Custom Keepsakes by Kathy Harrison, and it's sold online. And this is what the book looks like, right here. And now I can't get to the thing to show you overhead, but I think I can.
Oh, I can. Let me slide these over.
Okay, here you go. So now you can see it right here. Even shows up better to hold it up close.
Yeah, I'll do it. Well, you
'Cause
want
it's
to
not,
talk.
Doing that.
Here, I'm going to do this. So it's
And,
not too
and
shiny.
so with these, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
All the designs, these dresses are done all in the hoop, in the embroidery hoop. And you can either do them in a 5x7 or the 6x10, I think is the one I use. If you want to do like 2 yolks at one time, or the 2 yolks, you can do it in a 5x7, I think, or even a 4x4. But the bodice and then the skirts, they're all in the hoop. And so she has, I think there's 6 different patterns in here. I mean, 6 different designs. And the fun part is that you can mix and match these if you want to. And so after I had made the dresses I wanted to make, I decided, okay, I'll just start taking some pieces and parts of these and put them on other dresses. And that's what I did. But these, as you can see, the sleeves are all made in the hoop. The bodice,
So
the back
tiny
bodice,
and cute.
the collars, and then the sash. Look at the little embroidery on the sash. I mean, it's so pretty and so delicate, and these look so like they're hand done. And the thing I really liked when I started doing it, I learned techniques because I had never used a wing needle in an embroidery machine.
Oh,
And
that calls for a wing needle in
a
the
wing
embroidery
needle.
machine.
And that's what did this little design right here in the front.
Oh, that's what Stephanie Dabbs was here a few minutes ago, and she said, "Okay, well,
Here,
how
I'll
is
show
that?"
you.
And also the collar on here, probably.
This one right here, and then the collar on
The
that
collar
one.
on
Yeah.
this.
I'll
Oh
put it over
my
here so they can see.
goodness!
You can see the collar on this one. It's done, and there's little holes all in it. I mean, it's really pretty.
So what? You had some kind of wash-away stabilizer
You
under
use
it,
2
right?
layers of wash-away stabilizer, and then the Swiss organdy, one layer of Swiss organdy, and they sew out in a very short time, except the skirts, the ones that you have to do continuous hooping.
Yeah.
These skirts, I did 3 hoopings, so you get 2 sections. I added 2 sections in 1 hooping, and I just kept moving it down, and I did 3 hoopings.
But how gorgeous is that? Like
And you can
make
also
your
use
own
these-
Swiss edging.
Yeah, and you can use these designs even on children's clothes, and she has a lot of children's clothes patterns, the dresses and christening gowns and ladies' gowns, nightgowns that you can use. And I mean, they are just simply beautiful.
Susan said, just adorable and beautifully done. And Meg Ross said, looks like to me you're off to a great start for the doll raffle.
Man, no
Well,
kidding.
these actually won't be in the doll raffle. I might
I
make
was
some
gonna-
more because
I was
I
gonna
can.
start buying
I
tickets.
was gonna do. I'll do some for the doll raffle, but these won't be in there. These are my own personal collection that I admire every day.
Set these up, and so she can.
I
walk
had
by
these
and
set
say,
up on my
"Hey,
the table
little
in my
girls,
entryway
how
for
you
about the last 2 weeks,
doing?"
and it was just like every time I passed by, I'm like, oh, I just love those.
That
But
is
my
so-
granddaughters, the 2 little ones right now, they wouldn't play with these and they wouldn't appreciate them. So they have to go to somebody one day that's gonna.
Hey, this is what
Gotta
I
like 'em.
like. The backs of these are open,
Mhm.
so easy to get on and off of a doll.
And I'll show you these.
Oh, I love
This has little
that.
buttons on the back, but they don't button. I use Velcro on it. Little strip of Velcro, and then they just go right back.
Oh, I like
And
that.
it goes back, and they're open down the back, so they're not hard to get on or off. They're like that.
Now, did you line that yourself, or did she call for a lining down here? I
No,
mean-
you can put a lining, or you don't have to put
Yeah,
a lining.
But I
Yeah.
like that. And I like
But I
the
put
way
the lining in,
it shows sheerness
and I
below
wanted to
it.
have it just a little bit shorter than
Yeah.
the skirt.
So it shows the design.
Hmm
That's so cute.
Like this one.
Okay,
But
now,
these colors of this fabric, I felt like I was in Easter, dyeing Easter eggs, because they were just so pretty when I saw them. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to do these. And these little sleeves, it sews entree onto the ends of the
Oh, it
sleeve,
does,
and you
and
run
then you
your
run your
ribbon.
floss
Yeah,
through it.
the little floss. It's 6 strands of
Oh,
floss,
Cute.
and you run it through there, and then you just
All
pull
right.
them up.
Oh, and you can sew your entree. It sure is. Sew in
Yeah,
colors.
it's sewn as it's part of the sleeve design, and so it all sews
oh
out.
man.
And so
Wants to
this
know
one,
where you get your mannequin, your doll mannequin.
Yep, you're gonna have.
I just did them on Amazon. You just put in doll mannequin, and it comes up, and
All Amazon.
yeah, I think they were like $15.99 a piece.
Look at this. This has teeny tiny little buttons that button and on real little buttonholes.
And this is made on with Nylona. I use Nylona.
Okay,
on
let's go to overhead on this
Okay.
on this guy. This
Where's
is
my little.
this is something.
Is that your favorite?
I don't know. I've been sitting here trying to think what my favorite is, but I do love tiny buttons. These are mother of pearl.
Mhm.
tiny little buttons. Is that really? Oh yeah, that's loose.
It's loose. Yeah, it buttons on.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit closer.
And it's attached to, it buttons on the front, but it's attached to the sash on the back. See, it's
Look
on,
at that.
under
Oh. I see.
but you won't lose it because it's buttoned on.
Because it's buttoned on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And that's a separate little piece that sews out in
Look at that.
like 5 minutes.
This is so cute.
And I had made this, and I'll tell you, this was funny because I completely, I don't know what I was doing that day and thinking when I cut the skirts, but
They want to see them all on the overhead.
Okay.
I didn't cut.
You
I
do
didn't.
this one first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
let's
cut the
get
right
that.
length of the fabric for the skirt, and so when I got this done, it was like, wow, this is way too long. So now what do I
it's
do?
too long.
It was too long. When I put it on the mannequin, now the doll will probably be just about right, but I thought I have to do something to it because it was way longer. And so I thought I have to take a tuck up in this, but how do I do it now that I've got it all together? So I took the tuck up here, and then I went in the machine and decided I will add a piece of a stitch that will look like this stitch, sort of,
Oh, I
and
see
just
what you
sewed at the
did. So
top and bottom.
That's a
So
tuck.
yeah,
That tucked it,
hmm
and then you edged it.
yeah,
Oh, cute.
and it just came
this,
out.
This is really pretty. You know, there is a
Mhm.
Swiss insertion that has a very similar little design
Yeah,
like
there
this
is.
swirly one. Oh man, these are
Barbara Austin said she needs to move into your sewing room to learn all your tricks.
I know. We'll try
Well,
and
it's
make
just
her
things I kind of
tell
think
us
of at the
all
last
about
minute.
them. Let's look at that little sleeve.
Yeah,
Got little tiny designs in the scallops.
yeah,
Oh,
they're just sewn out. Kathy
is-
design. She's such an awesome designer.
Very creative.
Yes, that digitizing is just beautiful.
Her work is gorgeous. I mean, look at that little tiny ribbon and the little tails.
And
They're
I thought if I
perfect.
don't, when I saw
Oh.
these, this organdy, I thought if I don't do these now, I'll never make these. And so it's like, okay, this is just going to be my project for 2 weeks, and this is what I'm going to do.
All right, so now we want them to tell us which one do they want a close up of next.
Okay, well this
You
one,
gotta have.
I decided I wanted to do something besides that, so I wanted to use some different fabrics. This one was out of Nalona, the pink one,
Mhm.
and then this is batik, because I love sewing with batiks,
Okay,
and I wanted to
I'm
smock it.
Go to the overhead.
And I'll
And-
show you that I smocked this using, where's, I gotta get it down here. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I use little green
Oh, you've got
beads
little
on
beads
it.
on
There's
here.
green beads on it. And with the green
I
smocking.
love that.
Terry said, I usually treat myself to something special for my birthday month. I think I just found my splurge. I've wanted to try Kathy Harrison's designs for a
Oh.
long time.
You won't
Great.
be sorry.
You will be so happy. And if
Yeah.
you have any questions too, you can call in. You can
Yeah.
ask me. I'll tell you. I'll guide you. In this one, I did the hem and I sewed it in on this one. And
But that looks like a feather stitch.
yeah, I picked out the feather stitch on the machine
Let's see,
to do
we'll
this.
slide it up so they can see.
Can you see that one? It's kind of hard on that fabric, but
A little tiny feather stitch.
I
on
did it in
here.
the green too, so it would kind of show up.
Regina likes batiks.
I do love batik.
Yeah.
So it's one of my favorite fabrics. And then this one just had the little sleeves, and this pattern was actually from.
Is that from Joe Ellen's book?
No, that one
Oh,
was
okay.
this one. This one.
Oh,
This is Designs by Sally Robertson, and it's called Infinite Freedom. It's this one. And she has a bunch of different patterns, and I've made them before too.
so
go to the overhead.
she has a smocking design. Okay.
Yeah, I just did my own because I was in a hurry. So, but she does, she does, and I don't follow directions in smocking very well. So
Oh,
I just do my own
that's
thing.
cute though. Those look
Yeah,
like
they're
irises. Don't they look like
uh-huh.
irises?
Yeah,
The model is a dress me doll from the Martha Pullen Company. Are
So-
these like out there right now? Are
I'm
these
not.
patterns?
I'm not sure they are, if they are or not actually. But search for them.
Yeah.
You probably can find them. Somebody's probably got them to destash if you can't
Yeah,
find it.
that's right. There's lots of
But,
stuff on
yeah.
D-stash.
And I just love the little buttons I put on the back of that too, because I like the trims and
Oh,
buttons, as
they're
you know.
cute. Okay, I'm going back to overhead so
And
you
they're
can
little
see
tiny
the,
green flower buttons.
Look at those. Cute little flowers.
And this batik has butterflies in it. You can't see it, but they're really pretty. It's really pretty batik.
Well, how come you didn't embroider butterflies on
Oh.
here?
I told you I don't read smocking designs very well, and I don't do picture smocking, so
Well,
she just got some beads on hers.
well,
Okay,
she's offended.
she's happy to go like that. And this one I did this one quite a long time ago because it was probably the first one I did.
This is very fall.
Yeah, but I just put that over a little more. I just
I love this
I love the little puff sleeves.
Oh yeah. Look at that little guy. He's so cute.
And then I smocked this one with the purple beads.
We'll do overhead. Pull it
Down
there. You
here.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see.
I probably should have had something white under here to show it off better.
But I think you can see it.
So, yeah, that's so sweet. But I love those little sleeves.
Yeah, these little with the little bands on the sleeves.
Okay, Regena.
And that was another one of the Sally Robertson patterns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the
I
two
asked
batiks.
Regina if she does she cut her strips of Velcro down to this tiny little 1/4 inch. So tell them what you told me.
Well, I
about
went
it.
to Hobby Lobby to get Velcro, and while I was looking on the rack, there was all kinds of Velcro there. So I thought, well, I'll just get the 1 inch size, and I'll cut it down in strips. But I looked down, and there was a package that has Velcro zip ties, and so I thought,
Who
well,
knew?
and it has like all different colors. So I thought, well, gosh, I'm gonna get that. So I got a pack of that, and I went home, and the zip ties are about this long. And they have the little loop thing at this end, a hole, and then a little bit narrower at this end. But the piece that's in the middle, I cut it, and then I cut it in half. Well, I cut it in a long strip down the middle, and then cut it in half. And I got enough to make 2 of the little pieces for the backs of the dresses, for 2 dresses, out of 1 zip tie.
I never knew that there were things like we need to.
I didn't
need
either.
to haunt Hobby Lobby a little
I
more.
just go in there and look up and down, not like I need to buy another thing in my sewing room, but I did need Velcro, so it was like, okay, I found a new product.
That's neat.
And so it worked great for these. And
Okay.
then this one, my black one, I'll just show you my black
Oh,
one.
the black one is.
I thought this was
that's
fun. This was the last one I made the other day, and I thought, okay, I went up and I said, I have to make a black one. I had the black organdy, and it's like everybody needs a black dress. So I thought,
The
well, how do
little
I do
black
it? The little
dress,
black
right.
dress. But I was like, what am I going to do? I can't just make a plain black dress. So I used her pattern and did Kathy's pattern and did the hoop collar, and then just one of the designs on the front. And then I thought, okay, we have to bling it up. So Sally
Oh, that's
had
elastic.
this elastic sequins.
Did I have that?
You did one time. Now I have it. And anyway, I just made a little belt to go on that
I
to
love that.
for a little black evening dress,
Yes.
So that was that little dress.
That's so cute.
And I've saved my most favorite for last.
Well, you haven't been through all of them yet.
No, I haven't really. This one I did. Okay, I'll show you this one. Sally's got me. I'm just confused here. I've got too many.
Hey, you've got some of your
See?
colored.
Yeah. This one I used a piece of
Velcro.
green
That's
Velcro
cute.
on it, because it's got green in the dress. So anyway, this is just a quilting cotton that I liked, and I picked out a long time ago for something. And
Hey, you beaded this too. It's
I
got
did.
beading on your smocking and then around the waist. That's so
yeah,
cute on
I
the
did
waist.
the yellow.
Okay,
beads.
we're gonna have to go to the overhead so you can get a close up of that. Let's see. Where's this little guy?
Those little collars.
I know. The
And this was the little
collar.
collar and the hoop, and I thought, okay, I had that color organdy, and so I thought, well, that'll match this dress just fine.
Oh, was that on organdy?
Mhm.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Those are little holes in there, y'all.
that's with the wing needle.
Now you're cracking me up with your pointer.
Yeah, she's got to keep that away from my eyes here. But
I feel like a teacher.
yeah. So anyway, and then I did a little tuck in the skirt to make the hem, so I could sew it in.
Becky Calvin said that's her favorite one.
This dress
Oh.
has a hem that won't come out because it's sewn in,
Okay.
and I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
See, it's sewn in the bottom. I made the tuck. You fold it, and then you fold up again and sew it, and then it creates a tuck.
Oh, the raw edge is
Yeah,
underneath
Is inside the
there.
yeah.
Cute.
So that was this little.
So did you
dress.
do all these yesterday?
No, the day before. No, no, actually,
You know what Regina
I've done
can
them on
do,
different
right?
days, and so it probably would have taken a total of maybe two weeks to do them if I had done every day,
Have we talked about
Because you have to
lavender?
wash once you do all this embroidery.
Oh,
You have to I soak it overnight. I put it in I take it, I cut as much stabilizer off, and then I run it under really hot water and wash the rest off that's visible, and then I soak it in a tub of water overnight and then rinse it the next day. And
So I have to confess something.
okay, I'll give you your absolution here in a minute.
Well, when people ask about how to wash organdy, I'm always nervous about organdy because it can look like a little wrinkled up rag when it gets wet, right?
It came out, well, I rolled it in a towel, and so you can imagine you're
Yeah.
rolling something in a towel, it comes out, but then you just iron it and it comes right back.
So do you iron it while it's still damp, or do
No.
you let it? Really?
No, I
I should
washed it.
know after all these years. I'm asking because
There might have been some pieces of it that was like really wrinkled, and I just spritzed a little water and then
Yeah.
ironed it.
Yeah.
But most of it just ironed right out.
You must have a clean iron. Do you
Well,
clean your iron? Because when I do
because
that.
it's it
because
gotten really bad.
Isn't it awful sometimes when you iron and you're like,
Oh, I put it down on something not long ago, and it came
there's
up
a whole
and
bunch
there
of
was
crud on my
brown.
something. Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, ugh. I looked
I
at that.
know.
I was like, where did that come from? And I looked, and there was one little spot on that iron that had a brown.
And especially
that's
if
that's
you
what it
have to go
got.
through a thickness or something, and
That's
you're
exactly what it was.
"Ah."
It was like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness. So then I
yeah.
had to wash that piece, and it came out, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But I was very nervous at first about it because I didn't want it to do that.
Well, this morning I decided I was going to eat some hard-boiled eggs, and I wanted to put mustard on them. And so I squirted the mustard on, and then I thought, I might as well put some of that relish on there. And I couldn't open the relish jar, so I this is stupid, you guys. I grabbed a hold of my shirt, and I tried to open it, because one hand, and I looked down, and I had mustard on my hand. I'm like,
And now it's all over your
now
shirt.
it's all over my shirt, and so then I had this big huge water spot all over here, and I looked down and it had gone through and into my white shirt. And so I could have taken a minute to pull out the
Jar opener.
No, I could have taken to pull out the right kind of wash stuff that we sell.
Oh,
and I
that's
carry.
right. She didn't.
What did I do?
Jar opener would have worked first.
I picked up it's by Method or whoever it's by, and it smells like it's pink, and it smells like grapefruit. And I thought, well, hey, I'm going to squirt this on here. And not here. Then everything turned pink.
So besides being yellow, it was now pink.
Now that it's dried, you really can't tell very much. So,
because you wanted relish.
oh, I wanted relish, and I never
And if
did
she
open
had gotten
that
the jar
either.
opener or a dish towel, she could have gotten it open and not her shirt.
But I
you know?
tend to do what do I have handy? Oh, I got my shirt handy.
Right.
Just living life on the edge. I wouldn't even do that in a black shirt.
Well, my first thought was when she said it that she dropped the jar, because that's
No,
what would have happened to me
I've
if I'm
done
trying to
that
do that. It was
before.
like
I've done
splat,
that.
you
Oh,
know.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
it would have been gone.
Yeah, it's like, oh great. And this is my brand new shirt that I just picked up at the thrift store. But isn't this cool? I showed
It's a
Regina.
very nice shirt, and it was
Guess
an
what?
expensive shirt.
It has pink buttonholes, which I think is interesting because we just did that thing on buttons and buttonholes.
Right on the
And then the only other pink on here is where
in the
is that?
collar.
In the collar, there's a pink little strip
So
here.
the person that bought this first paid a whole lot of money for those pink
Yeah.
buttonholes and collar insert.
and then it has this cool little embroidered design right down here on the tail. I love this shirt. $2.75.
I gotta really be sure of my buttonholes if I'm gonna do it a different color that doesn't blend
That is the truth. I bet they did these in a hoop. Because they are really done well. All right.
Okay, well, my last dress.
No, that's not your last dress. You
we
have not talked about that one.
This one, the blue one.
Have you?
I thought I did. Didn't
Well,
I
I mean,
talk
did we
about
lay
this
it
one?
down and have everybody look at it?
Close up.
We did. We laid it down.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we saw those wonderful little sleeves with the holes.
Yeah.
What about? Oh, and this one we talked about.
This one had the double layer skirt. It had the
Okay.
little peplum. Is that what you call this
yeah.
thing?
I
Anyway,
love,
so
I love this.
this one took a little bit longer because I had two.
Oh yeah, yeah. You had to do.
3 hoopings of of each one layer.
Plus,
and
you had
so-
to do these sleeves.
And then the sleeves, and then the bodice, and then the back, and
Well, I like this color.
I did too.
This
I really
I
like
always
that
call
color.
that old-fashioned
Yeah.
green.
Well, these are the colors.
Yeah.
I pulled these out to show you because these I just got so excited over these, and there's so many different colors, and
I know, aren't they nice?
the black and the I think there's red and the
I
pink,
think they're on sale.
and
But it's hard to get Swiss organdy in colors like this anymore.
these were just absolutely beautiful. So for the doll dresses, they work perfect.
But
So
back
pretty.
in the day, many years ago,
long time ago.
One of the companies that made ribbon that we all carried in the heirloom stores was Gray Block, and Gray Block had a ribbon color this light green. I call it the old-fashioned green. I love that
Kind
green.
of like celery green.
Yeah, but it's hard to get it. And we carry Ribbon Connections ribbon. They have like, I don't know, 150 colors of ribbon, but
And the broadcloth is matched perfect.
it's good.
Yeah.
And I
Last
like it with,
question.
yeah.
What size needle and weight of embroidery thread did you use?
I guess it's regular weight. It's just rayon.
Did you use sulky?
I use sulky. Yeah.
Did you use sulky
And then-
on all of the, no, they're not all, are they all shiny?
Yep.
Really?
Well, some of them might not be because I used when I first
'Cause this one
started. Which
doesn't
one
look
did I do?
shiny.
I did it with cotton, all cotton
Yeah,
thread.
like
this one.
DMC
This
or
one
something
was.
like
This
that?
was the first one I did, and I used the DMC all cotton. And then I thought, okay, I got to the next colors, and I didn't have any of that color, and I thought, well, I'll just use the rayon color.
Well,
And
I
this
like
one
the
is
way
my
that
favorite
looks.
one. This is the, I think it's 1022, sulky 1022 ecru color, and I thought it was so pretty on this.
Is there a weight that you know?
I think it's either like 50 or 60 weight
Mm-hmm.
rayon.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm just
I don't
curious.
go by the weight of that thread. I
Yeah.
just use whatever I got, and it came in my sewing machine, and I got 9,000 spools. So it's like, okay, we're using this stuff. Because I told my husband one time, I said, well, I guess I have so much thread you can wrap me in it when I'm cremated, and I'll go up in beautiful colors. Because I don't know what else to do with it if I don't embroider. If I don't use all of it, you know. So you can use either cotton or regular, and the needle was a 90. And the wing needle was, what did they come, like I can't think of it. It was like a 2.5 or something like that. I can't remember what they're.
You know, we don't sell as many wing needles as we used to because so many people are doing heirloom stitches with the what jeans
The
needle.
jeans needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like the wing needle because it cuts the fabric, and I was really scared when I started doing the collars because they're so tiny,
Yeah.
and the front of these are so tiny that, you know, like I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to cut that and it's going to fray all out and shred up, but it didn't. I mean, I was totally amazed at how beautiful it came out.
So I still can't quite figure this out because that looks like a color in there as well as what color did you embroider with this same magenta color?
Mhm.
Well, what's this off-white?
Well, this
looking?
probably is. I probably used a cream color on this one, particular one,
to actually do
and
the
then
embroidery.
do the embroidery. And I did the embroidery in the ecru. I mean, in the magenta.
Oh, okay. So you maybe
Yeah.
used a cream.
I probably used a cream piece
organdy.
because I didn't have any of that color.
Okay.
So I
Because
just used
kept
that.
like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Mhm. So I just used a
That's
cream color
so
piece in there
pretty.
because it didn't take very much. And I had a little piece of cream color, so I just used that
Well,
one.
because it came out as two
But
tone.
it
That's why I
does.
kept lifting it up, thinking, is that just the holes that I'm seeing, or is that a color of? So that's the fabric actually showing
Yeah.
through. That's in the beige.
And look at the purple one. You might can.
Barbara said, Sally, you remind her of her first grade teacher with that huge knitting needle. My teacher always had a pointer in hand to reach over and swat you to pay attention.
Oh,
Yeah, she might poke me any minute. You never know. Yeah,
No, I
but
want
this
her to
was on
come
the
back.
same fabric, so I just
oh
used
yeah.
the thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you feel kind of empowered when you have something like this in your hand.
Watch out, Joe. She's coming home with a yardstick.
when we used to take trips in our 15-passenger van, you know, we didn't have enough seats for everybody to have their own seat. But 5 boys, you really wanted that. But I carried the yardstick with me, and when I was driving, I would just be back there just swinging it. Everybody's ducking and ducking below the
It's like,
seat.
good, she didn't get me
I
this
was
time.
like, yeah, they talked about it the other day, and I thought, well,
We had a station wagon. My
man.
mother used to come over that seat so fast with a flip flop. It was like, okay. I always had the third row because she didn't have to get to me.
yeah.
You know. Now this is my favorite of all time dress.
So someone just asked, has she shown the white dress
No.
yet?
Of
we've
any
been
dress I've
hiding
ever
it.
made, big, little, small, medium, this is my
Oh.
very favorite because this is not done in the hoop. and actually, I did this one on a retreat one weekend in a building that I could hardly even see. The lighting was
Oh,
terrible, and
can't
I
believe
thought,
you
oh,
did
this
that.
is
Look
never
at
going to
these
turn out right, you know. But when I got
wonderful
home, I
ones.
was like, oh my goodness, I was so excited.
It's beautiful.
It has
Oh, look
tiny
what you
little pin
did
tucks.
here.
I know.
Oh.
I wanted something up here that looked really pretty, and so I put a little earring that I had at home in there.
Yeah.
I stuck it right
I
through there
love that.
to hold that because I thought, oh, that looks so pretty.
pretty.
But these are all little tiny pin tucks. Front's all pin tucked. And her pattern is just beautiful. And then there's the pin stitching on the hem of it. I mean, there were so many things. And this is Joellen,
Joellen Newman.
her book.
Joellen McMahon.
Yeah.
Newman was her maiden name.
Little Sunday dresses. And I just thought this was the most beautiful thing. And I really wanted to make it.
It's
And she has
Okay,
some
I'm
really,
we
really
can-
pretty patterns in here. You know,
you see that how wonderful this is.
if you got that velvet, here's your little velvet dress you can make.
Oh, show
Look
it
at
down
that.
here.
Yeah, look at these.
Oh, well, Joellen is a person who is a meticulous seamstress. She's meticulous with everything she does. So I can guarantee that these.
You'll learn so many
Yeah.
techniques.
Mhm.
I mean, and it's so well written, and they're just beautiful. You can see the different little patterns. So yeah, if you like to sew doll dresses, or if you don't, and you might want to, get this book because it's really, really nice.
I love what she did with the sash here.
I do
By
too.
pinching it
And
in
that's
like
what I
that.
did with that one, that last
That's sweet.
dress. I did the blue one, remember, with the that embroidery flounce on the bottom?
Yes, yes.
I did. This is where I got the idea for the sash on that dress.
So, you want to talk about how you did the pin tucks?
Well,
It's probably a twin needle pin tuck.
it's a
right?
twin needle, yeah, a 2.0 twin needle, and
I think this is silk organza.
it is. That's why I kept getting confused between the organdy and the organza because this one is a organza, and then I used under this one. I used what is that, like a. I got it out of the bridal department at Joann's because I couldn't find
satin.
anything here, believe it or not.
It is satin.
And so to match this exact color, and so it just made the little
Well,
skirt
yeah,
stand out
it's hard
beautiful.
because the silk organza is not going to be like pure white.
Right, no, it
Yeah.
wasn't, and so it's kind of off, but it was.
Yeah.
It came out really, really pretty.
Oh,
So that's the one that's on the top shelf in the front
yeah,
of my sewing room because I just love. Every time I look at it, I just makes me happy.
it does. That's pretty.
A couple people's asking about the aqua dress. I don't know if they missed it or which one they.
This dress,
Which one? We have the batik and
I
we
have-
have
the two. This one is the organdy, and this one's batik.
this is the Sunday go to meeting and
Huh.
this is go to the grocery store.
Yeah. This is to go on a summer picnic with your fella, and then
Yeah.
this one is to go dress up somewhere.
Yeah.
Not that we,
Tea party.
yeah, you can wear
That's
this one
right.
to, you wouldn't be wearing it to the store, you know. If you did, everybody be stopping looking at you.
Yeah. Where'd you get your dress?
Yeah.
Mama made it. That's pretty.
But now I'm going to, in the future, at some point, I'm going to try some of these designs on regular size clothing, you know, so I can see, I can do the skirts, you know, or something. I'm going to add some trim to them using some of these.
Well, you know, this trim I think would be really pretty if you put it at the bottom of a like a Nilona or something,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then smocked a collar.
Mm-hmm.
But you just had this as the edging. Wouldn't that be pretty?
It would be really
That'd be
pretty. You could sew that out and then smock up here and add that to the
Yeah,
thing.
that would be
It
really sweet. You
gorgeous.
wouldn't need
Mhm.
quite as much embroidery,
No.
and would make it gorgeous because you can. You know, you just have
Yeah,
to
that's
make
what
sure
I said.
that
You can do
you have a straight piece that's cut on grain,
Right.
and you know, pull a thread or something like
Right.
that, and then sew it off, and
and then you mark I mark a line all the way across it.
Mhm.
And then when I hoop it, I make sure that line is in a certain position on the hoop. I mean, I have the fancy machine with the camera and the scanning and the whole bit, but do you think I could get that done when I was wanting to do it? So I just put it back in there, lined it up, and went with, you know, moved the needle and lined it up and went.
Yeah,
And they all came out right across the line, so
Well,
it was
looks
great.
fabulous.
And this one, you know, you can do just a little bit of something like this one, because this one didn't take any time at all, and it did because I did this one and washed it out like that morning, and because it wasn't very much, and then made it that afternoon, let it dry, and then came back and made it. But the skirt was plain, you know, I didn't add anything to the skirt, and I thought I really like it with just a plain skirt, so you can do that to just use a little bit of something somewhere if you don't want to go through the whole thing, you know.
What kind of wash? Because I'm not big. I mean, I'm not big. I'm not up on stabilizers because I don't even do embroidery. But what kind of wash away stabilizer?
I use the Floriani wash away stabilizer.
Right.
It's like a woven, kind of a woven fabric, and then you know you can either use one piece. Like on some of Evie Hawkins' A Bit of Stitch, her designs, I just use one piece of wash away. But on these, because of the organdy, I use 2 pieces to hold it tighter, you know. Because usually on the things I do, because I brought some to give away today, some of my
But
little...
we're going to give them away next
week. Okay.
Is that going to be all right?
Yep, that's fine. But I used, on these, I just used 2 pieces of the fabric.
Oh, I
don't
see.
even use wash away.
Right.
So you just hoop the 2 pieces of fabric and do it.
And then just cut out
And
around
then cut
it?
around them, yeah.
Okay, well, show them what you brought.
So that's what I brought to do, and she's going to give these away next week. And these are my butterflies. This is the flower
Okay, we're
already
going to go to overhead so
flower
they can
cut
see.
out, and I'm going to include these, and you can cut them out yourself and practice. You just cut like little trimming scissors right around the edge, and if you accidentally snip a thread, just put a little
Fray check.
fray check, and it'll be perfectly fine. So.
Oh, this is sweet. All
So
right.
these little ones with the purple, you put one on top of the other, and then sew them down.
Oh,
You know, like these 2. Like that.
right.
Yeah.
You can see that, I think.
And then if you want to add these little dragonflies, you can, and then you can just hand stitch a little,
Oh, the little tail.
yeah,
And
your
then
little body
head.
and tail.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
And you can do
Then-
French knots in these now. Like Evie, if you have her designs, you can go on there and you can download the center of these flowers. It's only the center, and then you just put your flower down and you line up that center, and then it sews out the little French knots. But you can just do French knots on your own to sew these down to whatever you're putting them on.
So are these from Evie? Are
Mhm,
these Evie's designs?
Yeah.
A Bit of Stitch. Evie.
Right.
Evie Hawkins. Yeah. They're sweet. Love these. So all these are they all done on organdy?
Mm-hmm.
Cute. Cute. Cute.
Yep.
All right. Next week.
So for my scraps from these dresses, we're going to have some light blue ones and some green ones at some point when I get it back in there. I had to get this all
Very
finished and do the back to school
yeah.
dresses, and
Thank you, Regina.
yeah,
So
so
much.
that's my doll collection.
Well, it's kind of timely that we're talking about the doll collection because we're going to be, our giveaway is going to have a doll
Right, I saw that.
kit from
Yeah.
Cheryl Clapp.
Mhm.
And Cheryl has in the most recent issue of Classic Sewing Magazine, she has, let's see if that's not it, but it's right here. She has a child's garment and a child's garment and a doll garment, and you can see this is the child's, and then the doll, and she's unbelievable, just like you. I mean, you're always bringing something and sharing it. It's so wonderful. And so Cheryl sent.
Oh,
Look at it's all sewn out. This is for
yeah,
the bib.
that's so
Isn't
cute.
that cute? And so we have
Yes.
that for the child's, and then we pulled together some of the other fabrics so that you can sew this. But she also has made the pocket. I mean, she embroidered the
Oh,
pockets.
somebody's
right?
going to
The
be a
frogs.
lucky ducky
I know,
today
I
because
know.
they're getting all this beautiful stuff.
So you can see this is the issue, and then this magazine will be in here and the pattern. But okay, let's see. It'll look really quick. Should have had a sticker in here.
It's a little after that.
What?
I
A
think
little
it's
after.
a little after that.
Okay, here we are. Overalls for him and jumpers for her. So Cheryl Clapp wrote this article and designed this darling little frog pockets and see, I don't want to say anything wrong, but also is the doll dress in this one?
The doll,
Doll
dress
dress is a
the
download.
pattern is not in the magazine, but it is a part of the new doll collection.
Yes.
And all that information is available on thesewingcollection.com.
Okay. Because they just came out with it, right? The doll collection
They
that you
came out
can.
this past week.
this past week. So you can go to the sewingcollection.com and there will be a link. And the doll dress is going to be part of the sewing collection, but you will have you'll be way ahead of the game here.
Cheryl wanted to give this away. This is kind of like a
That's right.
perfect timing with the launch of the
Yeah.
doll club.
So if you haven't joined the doll club, you're going to love the doll club. There are wonderful, wonderful little garments, and it seemed like, what did she say? They're coming out
So you can
with
see.
let's see, I'm going to go here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
coming out with a new pattern like every 2 weeks or something over the course. See, okay, good. Am I right on
Every
that?
other week.
Every
it
other week.
started on August 8th, and then it will end on November 14th. And you'll get a new project every other week.
Yep.
through that
And you
time.
better get it done.
Yeah.
But anyway, guess what Cheryl did? She even ordered a little pink shirt to go under. Yeah, look at that.
Look at the pockets.
Aren't they sweet?
They are so cute.
And then here, she has so much of that piping already sewn on for you.
Oh my goodness, lucky.
Gone around the corners, everything.
And the little straps.
I know,
oh
and
my
they have the little
goodness,
buckles. Aren't they darling?
They do.
I love miniature things. I love them. I love them.
See, Sally and I are alike in that regard.
Yeah,
We both like
it's
these small, tiny
I
things. Look at this
know.
little pocket here. Oh my gosh, look at
Is that
Now, I
the
want to win
cutest thing in the
Cheryl's
world?
thing.
Did you get your name? I didn't see your name.
No, I didn't put my name in there.
In there. Your name isn't in there. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So we're gonna draw first for. I think we should draw for the doll
The
first
doll,
since we
yeah.
talked about dolls today.
Right.
And we'll see who the winner is. We need a drum roll. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Regina.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I wish my name was in there, but it's not.
I hope it's somebody that loves to sew for dolls.
Oh, me too. Jackie Richard would love to make this. Love all Cheryl Clapp's designs. She is amazing.
There we go.
Isn't
Jackie
that
Richard.
awesome?
Thank you.
You get the
This-
doll dress.
All right, so that goes here, and then now we're going to draw for the child's kit.
Okay. This is Rachel Lane Rogers. Such a cute giveaway. Hope I win. I have not made any doll clothes for this type of doll. Would love to try an outfit for my granddaughter's American Girl doll. Well, dang, we should swap these around. Well, you get to make one for your daughter
Yep. And
or your granddaughter.
Yep, there you
Yeah,
go.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Regina.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And
Yeah.
appreciate all the doll dresses. They're very
It was
cute.
so much fun.
You have to hit done.